Okay, recording is started. I hope yesterday, have you created your account on BTP?
Yeah, I have done it.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, Harish.
have you created the dev spaces?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Tomorrow, now we'll continue, and till now we have seen here, right? Now, what's the next slide is? Now we'll create an SAP UI5 project in Business Application Studio. Here we have four different types, like how you can create a project. Okay, first one is using the wizard, and the second one is terminal. Third one is cloning repositories. First we'll log into BAS, and then we'll come here. Okay, cockpit dot hanatrial dot on demand dot com.
Uh, Vivek, are you able to see the Harish screen?
No, no.
Okay, I didn't started sharing. Sorry,
Oh, okay, okay. No, no worries.
I forgot. Now you able to see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See, till now, till yesterday we have learned what is dev spaces in Business Application Studio. Now we'll go to the next slide, that is creating a project. Now in this today's session, we are going to create an sample project in SAP UI5. Sorry, in Business Application Studio, we can create a project in four different ways, like using the wizard, like using the terminal, cloning repositories, importing projects. Now we'll log into the SAP BTP account first, and then we'll understand what are the four different types, and we'll see how it can be done. Okay, you can directly access the Business Application Studio from here. Let's see which account I have logged in.
Harish,
Yeah.
when I set up a trial account
Hmm.
and I got the BTP environment Singapore actually, is it fine?
See, anything is
Azure.
fine. What you need is that is just the data center. See, it is the provide. You are saying the about the region, right?
Yeah.
It can be anything, no issue. It about see, this is the cloud, right? If the region is you are accessing the data center which is in Singapore. That's
Correct.
it. Hmm.
And the hyperscaler is Azure actually, or you use AWS.
Okay, no issue. Now I'm opening Business Application Studio. See, yesterday we have created this dev space and it's in stopped state. Now I'll start this one. It will take some time. Meanwhile, we'll see what is Business Application Studio. See, we have seen that before Web IDE we have these types of, right, Eclipse IDE, HANA Studio, Visual Studio, Web IDE, and Business Application Studio. And I told that HANA Studio is the IDE created by SAP. Okay, by taking the base as Eclipse IDE. If anyone who worked on Eclipse IDE can easily work on HANA Studio, because there is no much difference. Okay, same thing here in Business Application Studio. if you are thorough and if you are already used the Visual Studio, then it's not hard to use the Business Application Studio. Okay, this like how we'll use the Visual Studio using the Linux commands. This also we can use using the Linux commands, and the look and feel is the same as that of the Visual Studio. If you are thorough with Visual Studio, then you can use Business Application Studio easily, because they have created this Business Application Studio by taking Visual Studio as the base. Okay. Yeah. See, we can create an SAP UI file in Business Application Studio in following ways. First is we can create a project using the wizard. Wizard means by simply like how we'll create a new file in any IDE. Like that, it's a normal process. And using the terminal means like we have a terminal in Business Application Studio. By Linux commands, we can create a project by cloning repository. Suppose you have a project in Git repository and you want to import that here, you can also do that. And importing project means, suppose your friend has shared suppose your friend has developed an application and he has shared an zip folder with you. He has downloaded that, and he shared you. You want to import that into your uh, Business Application Studio. You can do that. It's means by you can simply import that project into your Business Application Studio. Okay. I hope the dev space is started. It's still in starting state. See, this is the folder structure of SAP UI5 project. Okay. um, as you can see on the right side, it is the complete structure. You can ignore this project.json, neo app.json, pom.xml. You can even test.html till here, till manifest.json. These are all the main important pillars of our SAP UI5 application. Okay. And actually, what is this root folder? Root folder is the application name. Like what we give the name of the application, that will be displayed here, which is the application name. And when once you create the application, the web app folder gets automatically created. In that web app folder, you have these different types of files. Till here, controller, I18, local service, model, test, view, component.js, index.html, manifest.json. All these files are gets automatically created. Okay. And it will automatically create the first view. Sorry, the first view, and along with its controller. And in the controller, we'll write the business logic. And in I18N, what I18N will use, I have already explained on the first and
Language.
second class. Yeah,
Language.
for
Language.
for converting, for using the translatable texts. Okay,
Correct.
we'll define those texts in I18N. And local service is, suppose your OData or any service is not available and you want to create a local service, you can use a local service, but it's not that much important. Okay, this is the model where all our models will be there. Test, this for testing. And view is the place where our structure of the uh, application will be there. And that extension is XML, because we are going to write the code in XML. Okay. uh, and the next is component.js, in index.html, manifest.json. Okay. What index.html will do is it will load all the SAP UI5 libraries which are required for the application. Okay. And from index.html, it goes to the component.js. From component.js, it will call this manifest.json. In manifest.json, we will define the what is the root view. Root view means, suppose if we in the view, if we have many views like main view XML, main.xml, many views, in the manifest.json, we need to mention which view we want to initialize first. That view will be initialized automatically based on our configuration in manifest.json. As the name indicates, the manifest.json means The file will be in which format?
JSON format.
Yeah, as the name indicates, here if it is an HTML, it means the file is in HTML format. It means component.js means the component is in JSON format, JS format. JS means JavaScript. JSON format means it will be in a JSON format. .json. And once we define the root view, it will automatically hits to the view folder where we have the XML code. Okay, from the XML, it automatically knows which control it has to trigger. It will suppose if you have the main.xml, it has the corresponding name with the controller as well, main.controller. It automatically invokes this controller, and based on the user events, it will go further and it will open pop-ups, fragments based on all those are based on user events. Okay.
Harish,
Hmm.
can you able to draw a sketch, a freehand sketch? What
Yeah,
you
you will
said.
see in the next slides. Okay.
Excellent. Okay.
What we'll do is we'll create a sample project. See, our dev space is in running state. Now I'll open this. See, on the initial, you will not see like how my screen is visible. Okay, you won't see this project explorer. Okay, you won't see this left side window. You will see only this one. Okay, this will come here, this window will be come here. You won't see how to get access, how to how you want to get this is when you click on the file explorer. See, it will be visible like this. Now you want to open uh, sorry, see file, open, sorry, there has to be some open workspace. See, this is the folder home user projects. This is the folder where our all projects will reside. Whenever you open for the first time, uh, you won't you won't see this thing. It will visible like this. Okay. Then what you need to do is when you click on here, it will ask you. You need to enter this address, not VS Code till here. Okay.
After project slash, there is a dot.
As I already told, we'll create a project using Wizard and using the terminal. Cloning repositories, it's not important, and we don't have any Git repository. Importing projects, we can ignore these two. When the situation comes, we'll know how to import the projects. Right now, I'll explain these two. Okay. Now I'm going to create a SAP UI5 project. Okay. From the left side menu, we need to, this is the left side menu. From the file, you need to select this option called new project from template. Okay. Once you select this, you'll get the get started page. Now it is asking what is the type of application that you want to create. We want to create SAP Fiori application. We are not creating any cloud application programming model or something. We are creating a normal SAP UI5 Fiori application. Okay. Next is, see, it is asking what is the type of template that you want to use. See, generally we'll take a freestyle basic application. Basic means it won't come. It comes with an normal basic code. List report means this it whatever you see here, it will automatically comes. Overview page. This all can be done using Fury elements. So right now we'll use deprecated template means the templates which are deprecated. So we are not going to use the deprecate template. The template type is SAP Fury, and we are going to select a freestyle application. We are not selecting any list report, overview page, analytical, custom page. Okay, we'll select only the basic one, which is a freestyle application. Okay, next, see, here are the different types of data sources. Data source means now if you want to show some data and you want to play with the data, then you definitely need to connect a backend system, right? It will what it's asking, what is the data source that you want to use in this application. So it will show the list of options. What is that is if you don't want to use any data, you can select none. If you want to connect to a system, you need to select this one. If you want to connect to an OData service, if you can use this option. If you once you select it, it will show the next steps. We need to give an OData service URL here, the name of the OData that we are going to use. Okay, right now we don't have any of these things. You can also directly upload a metadata document. What is metadata? You will understand when we go to OData. Okay, and use a local cap project. We don't know what are all these things. Connect to an OData service. We don't have any OData service, so we are selecting none. Okay, once you select none, it will automatically uh, vanishes the fields that were there previously. Okay, when I select next, now it is asking what is the name that you want to give for your first view. What I'll do is I'll create my view name with main view, because this is the main view. In order to understand clearly, that's the reason I'm giving the name as main. When I click on next, it will ask me the project name. Okay, what is the project name? What I'll do is what I'll give it, module name is nothing but the name of the application. I'll give, see, and again it has an validation that it should not contain the capital letters, so I am entering small letters. Demo app, demo app 1. Okay, and the app title, this you can give any description. The app title is just like a description. My first SAP UI5 application in BAS. Okay, and the application namespace. Generally, this application namespace means you need to give here your organization name. If you are working in Wipro, you can give Wipro anything. So you need to give here organization name. It's not mandatory to give organization name, but generally people will give organization name. You can give any other name, it's not an issue. So I am giving ORG, and here you can give the description for that application, means what is the application, what for what you are creating. So I am giving first Fury app, and this is the project folder path. I have already shown where our projects will be stored. This is the project, and this is the minimum SAP UI5 version. It will automatically take the latest version. If you want to change, if your on-premise system has the less older version of libraries, then you can select those libraries. Okay, right now we can select anyone, so I'm putting this version as it is. And if you want to add deployment configuration, if I press enter, it will show me further more options. It's not showing, maybe in the next step it will show. See, it has added one more step, deployment configuration. Now we don't have any backend system, so I'm simply entering no. Add FLP configuration. FLP stands for Anyone?
Theory Launchpad.
Yeah, Fury Launchpad. It is the one-stop place for all the Fury applications. Okay, if you are working in any organization, and if your organization is an SAP and they are using Fury as well, uh, you have access to one portal called Fury Launchpad. Okay, in that you will see all the Fury apps that you have to use. Okay, that is the place. It's like a portal where you will access all the Fury applications in the form of tiles. Okay, right now we are not configuring anything, so we are just entering no, and configure advanced options. If we select yes, it will show further more options. Let's see what are those. See, it's asking the theme. See, there are many themes like Belize, Quad Slide, Quad Star, Morning Horizon, Evening Horizon. Okay, uh, these are all Morning Horizon, Evening Horizon. These are all the latest ones. And SAP Belize, Quad Slide, Quad Star. These are all the oldest ones. So it's not much important to think about the UI5 theme. It can be anything. So I'm not changing anything. Let it be ESL lint configuration code assist libraries, enable TypeScript. We'll see this about these things later. Right now I'm selecting no. When I enter finish, it it will automatically create an SAP UI5 application. See, it has installing the dependencies first. See, this is the application information. See, what we have created, the application name is demo app 1. Org is the namespace and the type is SAP UI5 freestyle application. The version is this one. Application title is this one. Namespace is this and the location is this. And that's it. Okay, if you want to preview application, you can click here. Okay. Now we'll open and see what are all the files that are created automatically. See, these are all the new files which are added, which are added in Business Application Studio. Um, we'll see about this later, but right now we focus only on web app folder because these are all the main files. Okay, when you first open your project, you are seeing the two folders, node underscore modules, web app. Why node underscore module? This is also an this is like a library. Okay, um, if you see here in the folder structure, the web app is the folder where all the important files contains. See, you have the web app here. You have controller, CSS, I18N. I think here we have missed CSS. See, CSS is not there. Okay, we missed it, but here you have CSS, I18N, model, test, view, component.json, component.js, index.html, manifest.json. Now we'll see now we'll understand what is node underscore modules. See, this folder is completely reserved for libraries that are required for app development. Okay, this contains all the libraries actually. Okay, actually this node modules, without this we can't run npm commands. Npm command means Linux commands. Okay, you this I already told this is built based on the Visual Studio as a base. So if you want to run the Linux commands, then this is compulsory. You don't need to change anything. We will not touch this folder. Okay, and let's get into this web app folder. In the on the this is, see, you have asked the flow, right, by creating a. See, this is the flow of SAP UI5 application. Okay, first file that gets loaded is index.html. Okay, the file that first gets loaded is index.html, then followed by component.js, then followed by manifest.json, view.xml, and controller.js. Okay, See, first we'll go through
Yes, very. Yeah.
index.html. Okay. See, we always need to focus on web app folder only. We don't need the rest of things because they might be created for some configurations which are needed for the SAP UEFI application. We don't need to worry about the rest of the files. You just need this web app folder, and the first file that gets loaded when you are executing an SAP UEFI application is index.html. When you open this index.html, it is written in HTML code. Okay, HTML code. It has the head. It has the head and body and HTML. If you see here, these are all written in order to run on the browser. Okay, these are required in order if you want to run them in a browser. Okay, these are all the browser settings or something. Okay, we don't focus much on these things. Okay, the title of the application is, see, if you are seeing here trial home, right? This whatever you see here, that is the title. If you run here, if you run an application, here you will see that is the title. If you want to insert an icon, you can also do that, like how you are getting an icon here. You can put icon. The script that we need to focus on this one. Okay, what is the script is called? It's called as bootstrapping code. Okay, that's the reason they have given this id called bootstrap. Okay, and the source is, we are telling to load these libraries. Resource by SAP UI core JS means it will load the SAP UI libraries. See, without SAP UI5 libraries, if we load the component.js, where we'll get the libraries? We aren't loaded libraries. So in the index.html, we are loading the libraries, and in the next line we are giving what is the type of theme. I have already told, while creating the application, we shown some themes, right? Evening horizon, morning horizon. The technical name for that theme is SAP underscore horizon. These are the resource roots. Resource root means this. If you see, this is our application name. Whenever you give the namespace, and it will automatically concatenate this two names. One is the namespace and dot followed by your application name. On init, it will provide the component support, and these are all the settings. These are all the data name, data id. These are all the settings. Okay, once this gets loaded, the next file that gets loaded is component.js. Okay, in the component.js we are initializing the UI component. In the UI component, we are initializing the UI component. We are initializing the router. uh, we'll know what is router in the next class. And it will also using the type of device. It is also checking what type of device that we are using, and along with that, it is asking us to check, for metadata you need to have this manifest json manifest, and it is in the JSON format. Okay, then whenever it comes here, it goes to the manifest.json. Once it will go to the manifest.json, as the file name indicates, it is in the JSON format. If you see here, it indicates the version of the application. There are two types of versions. One is the minimum version, and one is the maximum version. Okay, and these are all the app title, description, what is the I18N folder, I18N folder uh, path. Okay, I18N folder path is I18N, and inside we have this I18N. Inside means if you enter a slash, it goes inside to it. Okay, id is this one. Id is, this is the namespace, and the followed by our application name. What is the type is application version. Title, here these are all the settings. We are asking if the device can run on desktop, tablet, phone. All these are true. These are all the libraries. These are the compact cozy. These are content densities, means if you want to Suppose if you have a input field, if the width is very if the breadth or length is very heavy, if you use the quasi, it will the width will be decreased. So these are the types of classes. You will see about this when you develop an UI5 application. Models, by default the model that one created is I18N, which is the resource model. We have already seen resource model we'll use for translatable text. Okay, and again here also they have given the a bundle name, which means it automatically points to this folder. Okay, and for CSS again it has given you the address of where the CSS code is written. If you open the CSS, in the CSS you have this style.css. Okay, this is again. And the routing is nothing but whenever if you want to navigate from one view to another view, we are just will define in the routings. Okay, the first one, the first app that gets loaded is, see, by default there is one automatically view that gets created is app view. See, we have created only main view. How this app view is created? It gets created automatically. Okay, will not create this app folder, app view. It gets automatically created. Where is this? Okay, from the app, see, the first in the routes will mention what is the name means the what is the name that you are going to give for your main view. Okay, main view means the first view. The pattern, we'll see about this pattern later when we are doing the routing and navigation. And the target is target main. Target main, how, what is this target main? We need to define what is this in target section. In target main, we are going to name one view as target name, target main. What is the that name? That view name is main. For the main view, we are given one name called target main, and the target main we need to mention here in target main. So even though we have the first app as app view.xml, but still we are loading the target main. Target main is nothing but main view, but the root view is app. From the app we are directly navigating to the main view instead of loading the app view, because app view is not ours. It's created automatically by the business application studio. Once what is the root view now? App view, then followed by it automatically loads the main view. In the main view we don't in the app view, once you load the app view, it automatically uh, navigates to main view. So app view you don't see on the screen, and you will see only the main view. This is the main view. Okay, what now you need to do the development here. Whatever the structure that you want to create, you can create here. Okay, you understood both,
Yes,
Vivek
Yep,
and
yes.
Raj?
Yeah.
Huh? Vivek, Rajiv, yeah,
Yeah, I
saying something.
yep,
understood.
yep.
Okay, see, you don't need to focus much on these all codes. Okay, you need to focus on what you need to develop in controller and view. Okay, now I told you that we can create I told you that we'll create a project using terminal. Now we'll see, have you ever used a Visual Studio? Now we'll create a
No, no,
project
I
using
haven't used.
terminal. Have you ever used? Okay, you know
No,
Linux commands. Have you ever
no,
worked on Linux?
no, no
Okay,
worries.
okay. So first what we'll do is we'll run this application, and then we'll see how we'll create an application using terminal. Okay, now I'm clicking here and I'm clicking on preview application. See, it will automatically showing some Linux commands. Okay, where you want to run. If you want to run on Fury Launchpad, you can use Fury Run. If you don't want to run on a non Fury Launchpad, then you can use no FLP Linux command. So right now I'm using no FLP. See, this is the terminal. Here you need to give commands. Based on that commands, it will automatically create you an application. See, the pop-up is blocked. We need to allow it. Now I'll try to run it again. See, see, if you see my first SAP UI5 application in BAS, and we didn't give any icon. That's the reason it's showing this icon. We haven't developed anything. That's the reason. See, this title automatically comes. If you see in the application, it's automatically created by when we create a project. Main view XML. See, i18n dot title, where we need to check this title in i18n folder. Okay, what is the i18n? See, here it has automatic already defined some app title is this. What it is pointing to title. What is title? My first application in BAS. That's what it gets printed. It gets displayed here. This is the title. Okay, now we have run an application. So now we'll see how we'll create an application using terminal. See, if you want to open the terminal, what is the shortcut that we need to use is alt, and there is one symbol beside one. If you see beside one, there is one symbol called, what you call that as?
It curved one.
Under it. Under it.
Yeah.
Curved one on the.
What it is called?
No, no idea.
Under it. No, which one?
No,
Beside
no,
what?
not right side one, left side one. About tab.
Above?
I mean,
Where?
so left side of number one.
Okay. Below escape button, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, below escape button. See, in order to open it, you need to press that button by control and that button. Okay, it will automatically open you the terminal. Okay, now if you want see there is already some it is already some there is some already running. So in order to stop this, we need to press Ctrl Z. It's automatically get stopped. uh, it has stopped running this command. Okay, now when you enter clear, these are all the basic Linux commands. Okay, when you enter clear, it will automatically clears the terminal. Okay, see, it has already cleared the terminal. Let us assume cd. See, suppose if you have more than two projects, more than one project, uh, where you are in. See, this indicates the folder where you are in. Okay, what is the folder that we are in currently? In projects. Now if you want to go inside the demo app, how we'll go inside is, you need to give cd, then followed by our name, demo app 1. See, now we are inside demo app 1, where we want to create our next application. You want to create inside the demo app, or you want to create inside the project? Can anyone tell me?
Inside the demo app. Inside the demo app.
No, why you will create inside the demo app? Demo app is already an application. Now we are creating another application. Okay, we are nowhere connected with the demo app one. Now we are creating a
Then
new
inside
one.
the project.
So in order to come back, you need to give this command cd space two dots. It will automatically go back to the previous folder, which is the projects. Now we are on the correct place. Now we need to create a new project, not with the uh, wizard. We want to create an application using the terminal. Now we need to run some commands in order to create an application using terminal. Okay, first we need to enter yo. Yo means yo man. there is one site called Yoman, which there are already some templates created. You can explore yeoman.com, .in or .com. Okay, that is there. If you are SAP UI5 consultant, you can you can uh, you can do some templates and you can upload there. If they will validate and uh, they will provide it. So for some business cases, if you think you can create a template and you can upload, they'll validate and they'll approve. Once it is available for then it will be available for the developers to use. Instead of creating the whole application again, the sample application they'll create and you can simply use them. Okay, first we need to enter yo, then enter. Once you click and enter, it will ask the type of project that you are creating. See, last time when you are creating an application using Wizard, also it has asked what is the type of application that you want to create. Okay, now using the keyboard functions, we can go down. We are not creating an HTML5 project. We are not creating a React JS, not Vue module. What we are creating a Fury application. So let's search for Fury application. Then we need to select and press enter. See, you have the Fury project. Then we need to press enter. See, it is asking what is the type of template that you want to select. We are not selecting any deprecated templates, so I'm entering. It's already selected SAP Fury, so I'm just entering. So I'm just pressing enter. It's asking what is the type of template that you want to use. I want to use basic freestyle application, so I'm just selecting basic and press enter. See, it's asking the type of data source. Right now we don't have any backend system, so I'm selecting none and pressing enter. What is the view name? View name that I'm going to give is main again. You can give any name, but I'm giving it as main. Module name. Module name is the name of the project, so I'm giving demo app 2. Okay. Now it will ask the application. Created using Wizard, sorry, not Wizard, terminal. Okay, namespace, again you need to give here organization name. Description, first Fury app created using terminal. Folder path, yeah, yes. What is the version? We are selecting the latest version 114. Deployment configuration, no, we need to give Y or N. I'm giving N. For add Fury Launchpad configuration, no, giving N. I'm giving N again for configuring advanced options. See, it will take some time, and it has in the left side, if you see, it has created a new project demo app 2. If you see, if you open this, all the projects which you have, all the folders that you have on the previous first project, you have all the same folders here as well. Okay, now you understood how to create a sample application.
Yeah.
Okay, now we'll
Yeah.
see
Yep.
what are all the basic Linux commands that we need. Okay, let's go there. See, we have done this, and the next step that is this is done, and these are all the important commands. Npm start. See, instead of now we have created an application. For running it, we have done like this preview application. Okay, instead of that, you can using the Linux commands, you can run it. Okay, cd space, which app do you want to run, demo app 1 or demo app 2? You need to give that name here, so I am running demo app 2. First you need to go inside that folder demo app 2, and then you need to give this command npm run start. Okay, npm start, not run. npm start, right, not run. npm start. When you press enter, it's automatic. There is a local port automatically hears this thing. See, server is started and it will automatically load. See, we have created. See, it's automatically run. It has run, but it is run on Fury Launchpad. If you don't want Fury Launchpad, then what you can use, the command that you can use is npm run start no flp. I am copying this and I am running it again. Where it is here, I am closing this and I'm entering Control Z. It's automatically stopped. Now I'm giving this command. Okay, I need to give allow. Okay, see, I'm running the command npm run start no flp. If I press enter, it automatically runs, but not on Fury Launchpad. Okay, see, now it's not running the now the application is not running on Fury Launchpad. If you compare both, there is a difference. uh, it has some buttons here called home and all. Now you are this application is running independently, it is not running on Fury Launchpad. Okay, that is the difference between these two commands. And the next command that we are going to use is npm install. Npm install means, suppose if you have already some node modules, right? You have already some node modules. If you want to install anything, if you want to update those, or if you want to insert anything, you can simply enter npm install. See, it is checking whether the node modules are updated or not. If they are not updated, it will install the node modules. Right now it is checking that uh, up to date means they are all already updated. Suppose if I'm suppose let us assume that you have deleted this node modules uh, accidentally. So I'm deleting this node modules, delete permanently. Okay, this action is irreversible. Okay, so it's now if I want to install it again, you can simply give this command npm install. See, it's in those node modules will come automatically again if you give this command. You don't need to worry if you deleted accidentally. Okay, see, it has created again. We got all this modules. Okay, and suppose if you want to export this, see, after 30 days our if you after 90 days our accounts get automatically deleted. Now if you want to extract each and every application before 90 before it expires. So if you want to export, you can simply click here. You have an option called download. Okay, while downloading you don't need to install this, you need to don't need to download this node modules. While downloading, you need to just delete this folder and then you need to download, because this node module consumes a lot of space while downloading, and you want to share, it takes much time because it contains the node modules. We don't want node modules. Once you import that into your business application studio, by simply running this npm install, you can get those node modules. So we don't need this node modules to get downloaded. So you can delete and then you can export that application and you can share with anyone. Okay, and the next one is npm start is done, npm install, npm run build. Okay, suppose you want to build build this application. See, before before running the before, suppose you have you are done with your development, and now you want to push your development into the Fury system, Fury on-premise system. Okay, this is the, see, if you see this BAS, this is only just for development. We can't ask the user to use the application business application studio. You need to push them into our Fury backend system, and then we need to configure them in Fury launchpad. Then then it will be available for the end user. So now if you want to deploy means, if you want to push your code into the Fury backend system, then you need, before deploying, you need to run this command called npm run build. Means it will come, it will what this will do is, this command, it will build your application. Means it will add some configurations, and uh, it will simplifies your application. So when you run this, see, you will see some changes when I run that command npm run build, npm run build. See, it is minifying the projects. See, if you see, the dist has created new folder. Here you have it's automatically created. What are all the things that are needed in the backend? See, if it don't want all these things, because these are all the main things, but it added some configurations. It will do something. Then it means, once you run this command npm run build, means now you have built the application. Now it's ready to deploy it to the backend. Now if you want to deploy it to the backend, you need to run this command called npm run deploy config. Now let us assume we have a backend. Anyway, this command fails, but I'm just showing npm run deploy config. See, it's running it. See, it is asking, you want to, please choose the target. You want to deploy to the ABAP. ABAP means on-premise system, or you want to deploy in Cloud Foundry. Means, suppose the system doesn't know whether we are using on-premise system or a cloud. So it is asking the type of system. Now I'm selecting the ABAP. So it's asking the destination. See, we don't have any destinations right now. That's why the list is empty. So we can't select without, the list is empty. So we can't select anything. So with what is this destination is, there is an option in the BTP cockpit where you need to give our destinations. I'll show that. See, here in the destinations, here you need to create a connection. Okay, here you need to create a connection. See, when you click on new destination, it will ask what is the name, what is our Fury system name, what is the type, HT or HTTPS, description, what is the URL, authentication, and we need to add all these things. Then our destination description will destination name or description will automatically come here. And you need to select, suppose if you have multiple Fury systems, you can create a multiple destinations. Whatever the destinations that you create here, it will automatically show up here. Then you need to select that particular destination. Once you click enter, it will automatically deploy this demo app 2 into our on-premise Fury system, based on the destination that we have configured here. Okay, okay, now you understood. You have any doubts, Rajiv and Vivek?
No, clear. So basically, it connects your DFA system in the backend,
Yeah.
your DFA system, which is on-premise. All your based on destination, your app will be goes
Oh,
over there.
yeah.
Then yeah,
See, once we got, did your institute told that you will be getting the server access?
No, we didn't act. We
No, I
didn't
asked.
involve.
They said I will get server access. They said to me.
Okay. I'm asking daily because we need to do the configurations, right? So I am asking, but they aren't helpful.
No, let me speak to them tomorrow.
Hmm.
Now for them it's already closed.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll speak to them tomorrow. Okay, if they are not responding, then I'll speak to their HR.
See, these are all the important commands. These are all the important commands. Okay. Now
So
we'll go.
destination basically what? It's a source system
See,
or target system.
see, there are two types where you want to get that OData service from. If you where you will get that OData service from the Fury backend system. Okay.
Correct. Correct.
Where you are, where you once you use the service, where you're going to deploy the Fury backend system. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you said two systems, right? Front end server, back end server.
See, backend server we are not using here. Uh,
Back end server is ABAP, correct?
Backend server is ABAP.
Yes,
But
S4HANA.
once you create your OData service in backend through the RFC connection, it is connected to Fury frontend system, right?
Correct. Correct. That is
Ah,
SM59. You build the RFC connection in backend system. I get the
yeah.
point.
Yeah,
So
once you register your service in Fury system, you can access the OData service in Fury system only.
correct.
You don't need
Correct.
to connect with the backend system for OData. Okay, for now there is no now we don't need to think of about the backend system. You
Mm,
need to because it's already connected with the front end. From the front end only
mm,
we'll access that OData service. So
correct.
now if you want to consume that OData service, you need to connect to the Fury front end system only, not to the backend system, because the
Correct. So it's
OData
a
service
front-end
is
server,
registered in
right?
Fury system. Okay. Now
Correct. So
once
this is a
you
front-end server only, correct?
yeah, yeah. Now, now if you want to deploy an application to the now if you want to deploy now you let us assume you have developed an application. Now you want to deploy. Where you want to deploy? You want to deploy in the ABAP system or you want to deploy in the Fury system? We'll deploy in Fury system only because Fury
Theory only, correct.
this is a Fury application. We are not going to deploy in ABAP system. We are going to deploy in Fury system
Theory.
only. So while creating the destination for OData service, which destination you will create? You will create the
Theory.
destination for Fury system.
Theory.
Okay,
Correct.
and for deploying which destination you will create? Same
Theory.
destination. Same
Same.
destination we'll use either for accessing the OData service and also deploying the Fury application. Okay.
Correct. Correct.
See, this is the initial flow of execution in SAP UI5 application. See, whatever the I told, these are all explained here manually. Okay, start of UI5 application. Once you run the Fury application, the first uh, file that gets loaded is index.html. Okay, and in the index.html, what it will do? It will load the SAP UI5 resources. Resources means libraries. Okay, index bootstrap loads the component. I told there is some bootstrapping code, right? What that bootstrapping code does is it loads the component.js. In component.js, it will check the what is the type of device. It also initializes the router and all those things. Along with that, it also loads the descriptor. Okay, descriptor, it also loads the descriptor, which means the manifest.json. Along with not only loads the manifest.json, it also component creates a model defined in the descriptor. Whatever the see whatever the models that are defined in manifest.js, see, on the initial component.js, on the initial load itself, it goes to the manifest.json and it read the manifest.json, and again it comes back to the component, and in the component it creates the models defined in the descriptor. Descriptor here is nothing but manifest.json. Okay, it also executes the components init function. Init function is the first function which loads whenever you are executing a controller, a JS file. Init is the initial function which automatically gets called. Okay, component init function executes parent UI components init function parent UI component init function and creates manifest router. Parent UI init function creates manifest root view. It will create the root view. Whatever the root view that will create, that will give, it creates the root view. Root view creates the root control. Root control means its controller. View1.view.xml. If you have this, then you will automatically have view1.controller.js also. Components init function initializes the router. I already told it initializes the router. Router creates the necessary views. Each view loads the corresponding controller. See, if you see here, it loads the controller.js. Each controller executes its init function. Every controller has the init function, which is the initial function. We don't need to call. It will automatically gets called when you load the application. Router places views in the root control. Models are available in the views. Models means in the views it will models are automatically available. Will evaluate the view bindings and will retrieve the model data and then will bind the model data to the view. See, these are all the steps, and this is the representation of flow of SAP UI5 application. The first file is index.html, component.js, manifest.json, view xml, view.xml, then controller, and in the middle, if you have any fragments or any formatters, that will automatically get loaded. See, this is the definition, or you can understand clearly if you read this. Index.html file holds the SAP UI5 bootstrap. The SAP UI5 bootstrap script has this ID and it tells the browser about the important process that needs to be loaded for SAP UI5 application to run. It also initializes the SAP UI5 runtime as soon as the script is loaded and is executed by the browser. This is the definition. See, whatever the flow that you are seeing here, you can clearly understand what is the flow of SAP UI5 application, and this is the very important question in any interview. The first question that they'll ask is this flow, and you need to explain why index.html, then why component.json. You need to explain everything. This is the mostly asked important interview question, and you need to explain about what is written in each of the uh, file. See, this is the again component.json. This is the base file which gets loaded. uh, Sorry, this is the base file which gets loaded immediately after the index.html index.html file. In the component.json, you will specify what is the root view, will instantiate the model, and will specify the type of device. And this is manifest.json. The manifest.json defines the static information about the application, such as name of the application and location of various files. It is written in JavaScript object notation format. It is written, as the names itself, we understood that it is written in JSON format. Routing and navigation. SAP UI5 offers hash-based navigation, which allows you to build a single page apps where the navigation is done by changing the hash. Routing, see, navigation, as the name itself, we can understand that what is navigation. Suppose you have already created a view, and if you want to navigate to the another view, that is called navigation. Routing is also comes under the same meaning, but you will understand more about this when we are creating the routes and targets. In the manifest.json file, we have seen these two properties, routes and targets, right? Route defines the navigation paths. Okay, this is the module for routing and navigation. Now we'll see more about Business Application Studio. See, whatever the properties that they are here, you need to explore each of them. Then only you will understand uh, how clearly this works. Okay, you have many options here, like what is this used for, what is this source control, run and debug, extensions. You can explore all these things. What is this terminal, what is help, what is run, what is go, all these things you can do. Suppose if you I suppose if you don't want to code and you want to uh, do using the layout editor, then you can simply click on here and open with. You have an option here called layout editor. Once you click here, it's a layout editor gets automatically opened and you don't need to do anything. It's automatically you can by using simply drag and drop, you can create the structure of the application. Hence you don't need to learn the XML, but the good way is to code rather than using this layout editor. Okay. See, this is the layout editor, and you can, this is the layout editor, and if you see here, you have the three options: mobile, tablet and desktop. You can it will automatically change how the layout. See, now it's a smartphone view. No, it's a desktop view. Now this is a desktop view. Suppose let us assume you want to add a button here. You can just drag and drop here. See, now you have created a button, but you don't want to and now you want to change the text of a button. Once you click on this button, it will automatically show the properties here. What is the button id? I don't want to see. Id is the unique identifier. It should not, suppose if you have used an id already for any ui element, for any ui control in the application, you cannot use it again. So if you use this id, suppose you have used the same id for two ui5 controls, then it will automatically throw an error and the application won't run. It will throw an error, and your application doesn't run. So you can use the button as 0 only, but I'm changing id btn. Okay, this is the id that I'm giving, and in the text you can change. So what I'm giving is, I'm giving submit. So once you click here, it's automatically comes here button. And blocked, we'll see. Blocked is by default false. Now I'll put true. What true means? See, it is disabled. Yes, you can, you there are some cases where you want to disable button. So you can do that using this blocked property. So what I'm doing is, I don't want to block it, so I'm making it, putting as false only. Busy means true. So busy means it's showing some busy indicator here. It means the button is loading. And the busy indicator delay means you need to give here seconds. If you give 10 seconds, after 10 seconds your button will not no more be in busy state. Okay, let's see, will it work or not. And the next is busy indicator size. You have the different types of busy indicator sizes: auto, large, medium, small. If you give large, then see, the size is increased. So you don't want all these things. We'll just make this busy indicator as false. And enable true means this is also disabled only. blocked is also, and see, when you click on page, it's showing the page properties. When you select the submit, it will show that submit properties. Field group IDs icon, suppose if you want, see, I'm enabled false, so I'm making it as true again. And icon, I want to give an icon here. So what I'm doing is, for submit, you can enter here submit, so submit is not there. Okay, you can give the related icon, any icon. So I'm giving this a right accept. Okay, you can give anything, and you can, once you go to uh, now I'm closing this. Now if I'm open using the code editor, see what it will convert, automatically converts your convert whatever you did using the layout editor, it will automatically converts into the code. See, there is already one button created. See, the icon is this, and the busy indicator size is large, but we don't want these things because we are not using anything. ID is this and text is this. Okay, now if you run, so now I'm running the application using the terminal. uh, so when I'm pressing control s, control z, in order to stop this, because okay, now I'm entering clear, sorry, are, are, I'm deleting this thing and I'm opening controller again. See, now I'm going inside the project first. Sometimes this terminal won't work properly because we are on trial account. Now I want to run npm npm run or npm start. Let's see. No, we need what it is. Npm start. Npm start. See, it's running on Fury Launchpad. The look and feel is like this. See, this is Fury Launchpad. This is normal, not on Fury Launchpad. Okay. See, you can see a button here, right? This is the button that we have created using the layout editor. Okay. Whenever you do some changes here, suppose I'm changing the ID of the button, you don't need to reload this application again. It automatically gets reloaded. I'm given here one. I changed the ID. If you see here, this is automatically getting loaded. There is no much change in the UI, but we have just changed the ID. Suppose if I change that submit text, I'm giving 3 exclamation marks, and I'm not doing anything. See, it's automatically reloading. See, it's automatically got reloaded. Okay, you understood, Rajiv and Vivek, whatever I said?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now we'll stop the class here. Tomorrow we'll understand more about routing and navigation, and tomorrow we'll create 2 views and we'll see how we are going to navigate from one view to another. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. I'm stopping the recording.